Hey guys, this is going to be the first of many videos that I do on level 2. I know there's a lot of demand for it, and I know that you guys want to learn as much as you can about level 2, so I'm going to start off slow and slowly get more advanced on how to use it, okay? Now, the screen that I'm using right here, this is just a still image, this is just something that I found, but the principles remain the same, and what you see on your brokerage screen that you use, whether you use TD Ameritrade or Sure Trader or Speed Trader, whatever you use, the general concept is the same. Okay, so I'm going to start off with using these still images so I can explain everything, but then later on in my intermediate and advanced videos for level 2, I'm going to use obviously moving and real-time trading screens so that you guys can see how I analyze it in real time, because level 2 is a really important tool. I have a lot of videos on how you can get free level 2, which you know, basically you can watch the video, I'll link to it, but basically it involves just using TD Ameritrade, an unfunded account. They give you free level 2 and there's no annual fees, nothing like that. Whereas with most other brokerage platforms like E-Trade or Sure Trader, they charge you an additional $50, $60 a month just for level 2. So you know, if you're an in penny stock VIP member, which if you're watching this video, I'm sure you are, then you know you're all just through using that trick, you'll be saving more than enough on the subscription by getting free level 2. So let's get right into it. Essentially, this is what this screen is called. You know, you might not see it seen as level 2 on your own screen, okay? On your own platform. It might be called level 2 because a lot of people refer to it like that, or it might be also called time and sales. This is right here, time and sales. On this right, on the right here, that's time and sales, and that goes right together with level 2. So let's get right into it. There's always, with level 2, there's two columns. There's the bid, which is the buy, and there's the ask, which is like the sell. All right. Now, the reason level 2 is very important is because with the markets that we trade in, the pink sheet, OTCBB, and even, you know, the other stocks, the volume is low, okay? When the volume is low, or even in general, the thing with these markets is that they're slightly inefficient, so that when you place an order, it doesn't get executed right away. So, you know, as I've stated in many videos before, it's kind of like you're at a fast food restaurant and you place an order. So you're at McDonald's, alright? If when you place an order, you don't get the food right away. Okay, it takes a little bit for them to make the food and fulfill it. And that's the same thing with the market, is when you put in a buy order, it'll just go into a queue and it'll try to execute the order as fast as possible. But there'll be a few seconds, or even depending on the price that you set it at, even a few minutes before your order gets fulfilled. So what you see on level 2 is the buildup of all the pending orders that are going on. So everything that you see here, these are actual people or companies or firms that are trying to buy or sell the stock at a certain price and are in the queue. They're waiting for it to be sold. Okay? So usually what you'll just see is name, bid, and size. You don't have to worry about best. Just ignore that. You'll see name, bid, and size, or name, ask, and size. Okay, so the left column is the buy, the right column is the sell. So what you can see here just by looking at it is you can tell how many people want to buy the stock and at what price. Alright, that's the best thing that level 2 allows you to do. Is what you can use it for is you can use it to see key resistance and key support places. Alright, I know I teach that you can learn it from technical analysis, but that is just a basic understanding. Alright, charts are very important, but level 2 is even more important, because the chart might show that there's support at a certain price, but if it's not shown on the level 2, then it's probably not true. The level 2 is, the reason they call it level 2 is because you get more information. You're getting even deeper into the stock. And that's why, you know, a lot of you guys ask me, oh, do I need level 2? And essentially, you know, I think I give the generic answer every time is, you know, trading without level 2 is like driving your car without glasses, without your wipers running when it's raining heavily. Okay, can you do it? Yes, of course. But is it recommended? No, not at all. Alright, Level 2 just gives you so much information that can benefit you with your trading, and it can help you not only profit more, but it can also prevent you from losing out, and I mean losing trades as well. So basically what you see here is these on the left, they're called ECNs or routers. Okay, these are different market movers. Some of them are market movers, but essentially what these are different routes that can fulfill your orders. Okay, so they're not too important in terms of specifics. This sometimes you have to pay attention if you're dealing with, NASDAQ stocks or New York Stock Exchange stocks, because some of these names will be actual banks. Like you can see here, SCHB is Schwab. Okay, and if you ever see GS, that means that's Goldman Sachs. So the good thing though is that if you're trading penny stocks on the pink sheet or the OTC bulletin boards, you won't really see those banks on it, so you don't have to worry too much. But again, this is just an intro video, so I'm just gonna go over the basics, and later on I'll get more specific. But essentially what you see right here is that the bid is at $25.49. That means that the highest someone is willing to buy the stock is for $25.49. And on here on the ask, you can see that the lowest someone is willing to sell the stock is at $25.51. Alright, now if some of you guys have heard the term spread, which you can see right here, the spread is always the difference in the amount of buying and selling. Okay, so you can see here that the spread is 2 cents because the highest someone wants to buy it for is $25.49, and the lowest anyone wants to sell it for is $25.51. So again, these are pending orders that, people are trying to get their orders fulfilled. They've already executed the order, and now they're sitting there waiting for it to be filled. Now what you see here on the side or under the column that says size is the amount of shares that they want. So usually what these stand for is 100. Okay, so they just try to abbreviate it, but when you see a 5 or a 1, that actually means 500, 100. When you see a 10, that's 1,000. And that allows you to know how many stocks are being bought at that amount. Okay, so that's why level 2 is important, is because it gives you all the information that you need, so that when you look at these, you can quickly analyze, where is there support and where is this resistance. So just looking at this still screen, if I go over here, I see, you look for big numbers, all right, out of the ordinary numbers. 10 is kind of big, but what's even bigger? Here, there's 49. So let me just give you an example of how I would analyze this, all right? By looking at this 49, because it's so out of the ordinary, everything else is 10, 10, 5, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. When you see this 49, what this means is that there's 4,900 shares that are being sold at $25.60. Alright? What that basically tells you is that there's resistance at $25.60, because that is the point where a lot of shares are going to be sold. Alright? So even though it might not show on the chart, because perhaps the stock hasn't even gotten to this price, but if you were to buy this stock at, say, $25.49, then you should just keep in mind that at $25.60, that might be where the stock hits a wall, and it might not be able to break past it. But that's just the basic level analysis. That's just something I want you to keep an eye out for, and I'm going to go more into detail that in future videos. The final thing I'm going to go over in this video is what happens on the right. This is the time and sales sheet or listing, and you'll see numbers every second just shooting across here. Okay, right now this just shows the amount and the amount of shares, but you'll also usually see the time that's listed, and it's pretty much updated every second. And these are the orders that are fulfilled. Okay, so let me point out the difference. On the bid and the ask, on the level 2, you see the ones that are waiting. You see the orders that are in the queue. And then as soon as they get executed, they get thrown onto the time and sales. This is basically like the receipt. The receipt you get when you go to McDonald's or whatever, and you place an order and it gets filled. They give you a receipt. So this is showing all the stocks that are being traded every second. So basically you can tell the exact price that the stock is moving at. So this is a very good important lesson to understand right here. even though the bid and the ask are around 49 cents, 51 cents, what you see here is that a lot of the recent shares have been going at 44, 45 cents. So automatically, if you see this, there's a very high chance that the price of the stock is going to go down to 25.44 or 25.45. All right. So these are all things that you want to keep your eye on, because they let you know how the stock is going to move. All right. They're indicators of how the stock is going to move. So if I had a large, you know, I guess sell order, or if I was going to be looking at this stock, I would want to keep an eye on both the bid and the ask, but also the time and sales exchange, because even if I think that the stock might be going up based on the level 2, you can see here that it's about to dip. It's about to go down. It's about to go down to 25.44. And also what this tells you is that if you put in an order at that second, at that amount, you might be able to get your order fulfilled. And you might be able to get a profit right in that little split second, because of the fact that right now the actual price of the stock is trading between 25.49 and 25.51, but orders are being filled at that price. But it's just something to keep an eye out for. I'm going to go over more videos and explain level 2 in a lot more detail, but I hope this is a nice intro video to kind of explain it for you guys. And now, when you do your virtual trading, you should definitely keep an eye on the level 2 and use it to see how the stock moves. Sometimes just keep an eye on it and watch that and watch the stock price and see what's going on with the stock price based on level 2. All right, that's how you learn, just through more exposure. I'm here to kind of cut your learning time in half, and just by giving you this detailed explanation, I hope it helps a lot. But I'll go over through more analytical techniques in future videos. So, definitely try it out and start keeping an eye on level 2.